Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. Starting today in the outside view because I really enjoy the fact that we can go outside after spending so much time in 2018 indoors. It's nice to be able to get outside even though we can't do much. I've actually been thinking a lot about this lately. We only have 3 parking spaces out here, which is ridiculous. I mean, there's an incredible amount of room out here. So I'm hopeful that at some point there'll be a garage update DLC that'll allow us to park more cars outside. I just think it would be cool. But what I have out here, these are both barn finds, and what I really want to do is get this thing done, because I think this is going to be the first car that I hang on to for my collection. Because right now there's nothing in the game but mods and base game cars. And this one I think is going to be the place to start when it comes to keeping cars permanently. So actually, wait a minute, before I do that I want to look at this. So I paid $53,000 for it, and I haven't done a thing to it, and it's already $6,000. So this should make a significant difference right off the bat. It's a nice color too. Normally I make cars that I keep red, but this car may stay this color. We'll see. And it didn't really increase the value as much as I might have hoped. Oops, ran right into the pole. Okay. Let's see. And the engine is going to be in the back. So this is actually going to be like a full teardown and rebuild. Is there actually fuses in there? There are. Two fuel tanks. There aren't any. There must not be any of the. I should take that off now too. There must not be any of the tanks, the various reservoirs, the power steering and whatnot. I should go ahead and rip off all the body pieces now while I'm at it. There aren't very many there either. Oh, dang it. One of these days. Okay. Oh, I'm not actually certain that because I have like 800 hours in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018 rather, and I think those things are in different places, but I'm not. I mean, I have a feeling that those various bits are not in the same places where they should be, or at least not where I'm used to them being. I wonder if there are... Yeah, see, look, here's all this stuff. Watcher, reservoir, ECU, that stuff, a medium intercooler, that I can do from down here. So those manifolds are going to be on the engine. I wonder if they're going to have... No, they don't have it in here. And this is another thing that I am hoping for, that they're... I mean, they know that there's a lot of performance pieces that we expect it to have, the game to have, that it doesn't have. Because people are complaining. I mean, I even posted it. Whoop! Wait, might be able to save that. See about repairing the body parts. So that worked out pretty well. I wonder if it'll let me do this when it's on the lifter. Nope, can't do it. It said car too high. $2,000 to weld it up. So here I need for sure the glass. I was missing a door, I think the driver's side door. And all the headlights and tail lights there. Okay, that should give us, whoops, yeah, body, frame, interior 100%. Still not, so we're up about 15 grand from where we were the last time I looked. I went ahead and bought that now because I know there's going to be 4 clips on that thing, and there were only 3. I know it's going to need 4, and there were only 3 to begin with. So it's possible I might be able to repair those clips. I should have gone ahead and put in the other things too that are going to go in the front. Because I don't know for sure. I saw the radiators. It's got two radiators that go in the front, and it did say that those are going to have to go in from the engine compartment, so the car will have to come back down. But I don't know if they include fans, and I imagine they will. So let's see. Oops, can't see it from here. Huh, no fan, that's good. Gonna also need box A lid. And whoops, shouldn't have gone back out that far. Need the ECU. Oh crap, I bought two of them. Oh, that's weird. Am I in? Oh, it's there. Huh, it mounted it so fast I didn't notice. Okay, that's all the underhood stuff for the front. Did we repair this? No, we did not. Or actually, I don't think I even... Thinking about it, there was... All I went in there and did was body parts. I didn't do any of the mechanical parts. See that fuse box I probably could have repaired. I'm certainly going to, well, maybe. Those ones that have two greens, like 2 greens in the middle of all the red, those are a real pain. The ones I find easy, well, this one here with 5, and the ones I find easier to do is when the green is at the end of the line like that one. It's easy to stop it when it gets out there, but when it's like this one right here, see, I blew it. But if it's at the end, it's pretty easy to stop it there in the end band. But when the band is in the middle, it's like really simple, really easy to screw it up, like I did on that one. I'm not sure how many parts we have left to deal with here. Okay, so now I can get rid of the stuff. At least these things haven't changed since the previous edition. Even though the way they rearranged the stores continues to screw me up. I want to dismount those tires too. So 1 brake cylinder, both pads, and an ABS pump, or the module. Where are those? Actually, this can go too, since I bought another one for no reason. What in the heck? I'll get rid of that. Probably end up reusing it. I'm sure I took those off, didn't I? Oh, there it is. I want those to go. And then the hubs. Repaired both of the front wheel hubs. The rest of this stuff all needs to go. Okay, that got all that done, except for these. Only has sport tires on it, too. We'll get racing tires on this thing at the least. Though if that V12 builds out anything like the Pagani engines did in the previous game, it's going to be an absolute monster. And I would prefer not to do slicks if I can avoid it. $245.40.17. And 245.40.17, so we matched the tire size, which is important. Don't let anybody tell you different. And let's see. I thought I might change these rims to a different style, but I think I will stick with these for now. These don't look terrible, and I think I can live with them. I've noticed that if you can hold down the shift key to run. Still can't jump though. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Still doesn't look like chrome though. Looks like I repaired all of those clips too. There were three clips on it, and we only had to buy one. So that should be all of that stuff. Why does that windshield washer reservoir look like it isn't there? Maybe because it's just empty. I've noticed you can paint a lot more parts than you can paint a lot more parts than you used to be able to, which is really cool. I like it a lot. I haven't really done a lot of it because I'm picky, you know, when it comes to how I want my stuff to look. So, well, I guess I didn't get that other brake disc off the thing. Yep, it's still over there. Anyway, I'm picky about how things look, especially when it's something that I'm going to keep in my personal collection. So, I mean, I had in 2018 the first car that I ever kept was a mod of the the R34 Skyline, and I kept that. That was the first car I ever kept, and I kept it the color that it came with, which was a lime green, rather like this one, in fact. I wonder if those calipers would show up pretty well. One thing I do like is painting the calipers, because it makes them stand out, and it does look cooler. Because you can get performance calipers in real life that are bright red that show through if you have like a mesh wheel. that's something I think I should be doing more often. So far, this car is building pretty easily. I don't know how complicated that engine is, though. The Pagani V12s tended to be pretty complicated. Do you have a starter on you? You do. Can I get you from here? For a second I was afraid this was going to be one of those starters that you had to get to from the engine compartment. Okay, oh, I'm going to have to... I was just thinking I'll go ahead and yank the engine, but yeah. Ooh, do you see that black sludge come out of there? Ugh. Get those tires dismounted so that I can repair the rims. I have a feeling that we're going to get an option at some point to turn that to turn off the repair minigame. Just make it like it was in 2018. And at first I was sure that would become tedious pretty quickly, but as time has gone on, I have found that not to be the case. It seems to go reasonably quickly. And it also is pretty satisfying, you know, when you hit them all correctly like that. Okay, so the back wheels are 335, 35, 17. Dit. 335, 35, 17, 335, 35, 17. Perfect. 8 bushings like the last time. I know I'm going to need a couple of hub bearings. And I want to get the rear suspension put together. Okay, let's see where we're at. Oh, damn it. It's way too easy to do that. Okay, so that's all the rear drivetrain. Well, that's all the rear suspension pieces. Get the rims painted and the tires mounted, and then we'll get into that engine. Yep, that's definitely significantly bigger than the front. I assume that this will be like the other rear engine cars, that we won't be able to put the rear wheels on until the engine and bleh. If I could talk today, that'd be great. Until the engine and transmission are back in. Oh, it's on the spring. You know, it's called a spring puller, even though you're using it to put the springs together. So it's almost like that's always something that's kind of bugged me. Spring pullers, like you call it spring puller when you're taking the shocks apart, and call it, I don't know, spring pusher when you're putting them together. God, I remember doing it with the spring compressors, where instead of having a hydraulically actuated tool like that, you had to you had these clamps with hooks on them that you put on the individual spring, and then you had to manually tighten them down one at a time. There's no coil cover, but I guess with that great big intake manifold over the top of everything. Because this is pretty much the same. Is there? Yeah, there's a plug in there. It's pretty much the same as the Pagani heads. It's, well, not... It's roughly the same. It's got the same sort of shape to it, but the contours aren't exact. I'm sure they did it a little bit to make it not an exact copy of what they did for the Pagani V12, but it sure looks similar. And you have caps too. I was afraid of that. This thing at the front, though, is straight from the Pagani V12. The water pump and the thermostat attached to it right up on top. All those rollers will go away. That power steering pump, I'm pretty sure I can get a performance version for that. And that timing chain cover is something I would always forget to do. Cam gears will all go. Timing belts, obviously. I just hope there aren't a whole lot of these that are frozen, because taking them out is already tedious. And we used to be able to get performance heads for this engine. That's something I think I've noticed, that engines that were used in the DLCs, like the Porsche Flat 6 or the V8s from the Ford DLC, or even the Hemi engines from the Dodge, from the classic Dodge and the modern Dodge DLC. That stuff we don't have now. But since this engine is clearly, based heavily on the Pagani V12, and we didn't have a native V12 engine before, and I guess they wanted to have one now, The only other, the only other big engines that they had in 2018, the Porsche. There was the Porsche V10 that was in the Carrera GT, and then there was the V12 with the staggered piston arrangement that was in the Bentley Continental. And we don't have anything like that I've encountered so far. Maybe there is, I just haven't seen it yet. Because there is something like 80 cars in the base game. And the electric cars, I've only seen those in customer orders. I haven't found one of them anywhere yet, either in a barn or in the junkyard, even though I did go into the config files and edit it so that every car has a possibility of being found in the junkyard. Of course, the car that I really want is the Fairlady Z, and I will not stop until I find one of those. And the first one I find will be mine. God, look at all these things that are... There's a lot in here. The engine must have had like no oil in it for a long time. Probably not going to be able to repair a lot of those rod caps either. A lot of them look pretty terrible. This one looks fine though. Oh, it's only 51%, so it's not great. But at least it's not completely shot. Okay, I want to just immediately get rid of this stuff. All the pistons and the spark plugs and the ignition coils. I want to just flush all that right now. You know what? I'm pretty sure that there wasn't an oil filter on this thing, so let's get that now. What else do I have? What else? Just replace this stuff now. 1A and 1B. Belt tensioner, I'm going to mark these. I'm going to mark those, I might not remember them. Pulleys. because all that stuff is not repairable. And I also want to get the timing shoes, because those are not repairable. Gonna need that one as well. Okay, let's see where we're at. These are not repairable, so we'll get these now. I think I should go ahead and hit the repair bench. A lot of this stuff I'm probably going to be replacing. Ah, damn it. I guess if you succeed once and fail at once, that it doesn't necessarily immediately break the part. Thank goodness, because that's infuriating. I have 5 pages worth of stuff to do, so I'm gonna buckle down here and get through this. My God, so many rod caps. Wow, that was a lot. Now I'm sure you've noticed a lot of the stuff that I repaired there I'm not going to be using again. I need to buy, let's see, oil pan V12. Need to see if... I hope this stuff is in here. It isn't. Oh no. Oh, the manifolds and the fuel rail is here, and the throttle is here, and the power steering pump. So all of these things we'll get to use. I am shocked, really, that the heads are not there. The alternator I know I'm going to need to get. This is one that I was kind of thinking that if I mean, there's a bunch. Obviously, there's performance parts that we used to have that we don't have right now, And hopefully at some point we will have those. But until that time comes, I mean, God, who knows if it, I mean, even if they don't, I mean, even if they never come, that would suck, for one. But depending on how long it takes for Red Dot or whoever it is to add those pieces back in, I mean, this car is going to be done, and the likelihood is that I will have done more of these by the time that happens, if it ever happens. And it's always kind of a pain to take a car that you've already done and then take it apart to add stuff to it later. That's why in 2018 I only ever bought one car in the salon, because the salon cars are 100% perfect. I mean, they're 100% across the board, but they're 100% on stock parts. So the one car I ever bought in the salon was actually a mod. It was a 370Z mod. And I had to, I mean, it was one of those mods that wasn't 100% complete. Like I'm going to have to buy a rod cap. It's like it didn't have all of the, in particular, it didn't have all the exhaust. And that was something that happened quite a lot with mods. They would have the exhaust as a cosmetic piece that was part of the body, and it didn't have, you know, the actual exhaust parts built in. But I still took the engine out and completely rebuilt it. Took all the stock parts out and put performance pieces in. I didn't repair that? Wow. God, I really can't believe that's not in there. Got the... Oh, this is going to be one of those ones where there's... I'm going to need two of each of these. And they don't have those. I think I repaired all of them. I do like that. That looks pretty cool. Did I not buy them? I thought I did. Oh no. What about the other one? Does that look like it has a great big crack in it? It's the fitting for the thermostat, but that looked like a... From this angle, that looks like a huge crack. That freaked me out for a second. I'm sure that I looked at those things and said, I'm going to buy them. And then I didn't buy them. Okay, so I have to go through here. Need that. I wonder how many of those there are. Well, there's, let's see, 7, 14, there's 20 of them. I keep coming back there to look, even though I know that it's not there. I just can't believe that it's not there. And I need those camshaft caps. I need 20 of these. There's so many of these things, it just really makes me tired. It's part of the reason. I mean, I like building V8 engines more anyway, but this one is like when there's a billion camshaft caps to put on. This one, though, this is the Zonda V12, because the other V12, the one from the Hoyera, is a twin turbo engine, and that one develops even more power than this one, and I think that would be terrifying in this car. So I built a fair number of cars in 2018 that were terrifying. That anybody in real life would have died in those cars. I am grateful that thing only has 4 bolts. Oh dear. Can I get in there? Okay, that really shouldn't let me do that. It really shouldn't let me put that on. before the coils are in. Unless you can see them from above, and you can. Oh, jeez. That freaked me out for a minute. Are all of them in? Because I have a coil in my inventory. Oh, no, I don't. Okay. I thought for sure I bought 2 of those, but apparently not. Okay, that should do that for that. Yeah, this car looks an awful lot like a Lamborghini Diablo. I mean, I know it's meant to be a faux Lamborghini, but looking at it, it looks a lot like a Diablo. What are you... I know I bought one. Did I sell it? I'm sure I bought one of these. I must have sold it. I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to go back and look. Got distracted somehow and sold the damn thing. Because I'm sure that I bought one. Oh my god. The senility? Yeah, the senility is kicking in. Okay, that should be... yeah, parts 100%. So now we need to do the fluids. I wonder if it'll let me do these from the front. I was thinking I would prefer not to have to navigate in through the back end of the car to get to the front. Now this just occurs to me, I wonder why the coolant reservoir is in the back when the radiators are all the way up in the front. I mean, I'm sure there's lines running back and forth, but that's just strikes me as less than efficient. Oil, where is the oil filled thing? There we go. That should be, let's see, coolant, power steering, oil, windshield washer, brake servo. That's all of them. Okay, I just want to... I'm going to stick with this color for now. And I want all the body parts to match. Need to go to the... no. Not here yet. Need to get those wheels aligned or it won't be... it'll be driving all over the place. Boy, that one is aligned already. Okay, so we have 456 to begin with. I'm gonna say 600 and something. Boy, that power curve just keeps going up. 731, that's better than I thought. Yeah, it looks good. It looked pretty good before, but it looks good here. We'll go out to the speed track. See if we can crack 190 miles an hour. Yep, it's definitely Diablo inspired. And the race tires are doing pretty good. I was afraid that it might skid all over the place. We're tracking in a nice straight line too. Just the alignment thing is something that they never had in the previous game, so it certainly comes in handy here. I just wanted to not go sailing off the end of the runway again. Top speed 201. That's better than the previous. The speed record that I have out here on this track is 190, or I had was 190. If I fooled around with the gearing, I'm sure I could get it much higher. That's not really what I'm looking for here. Although, since this is going to be my car, maybe I should do that at some point. I'm going to hit the fence. Yeah, it waited too long to start braking on that one. Yeah, that's great. That's excellent. I'm really pleased with that. I think I'm going to leave this one sitting here for a while because I like looking at it, and we don't have interior parking for things like this. That's another thing that bugs me. I mean, it bugs me that in 2018 I had 3 lifts and 2 interior parking spots. I could have 5 cars in there. Now I can have 2, which stinks. Just really stinks. And we only have 3 parking spots outside, which is ridiculous with all this space. I really hope that they address that at some point. But let's see how much you're worth now. 203,000. This is significantly less. The Ferrari 458 was sold for $300,000, and this is $100,000 less. And this is a base game car. No, I mean, I would be up almost 150 grand if I sold it now, and I've already decided I'm not going to sell it, at least not for now. So yeah, let's stick with that. That will wrap this one up for today. Next time, I don't know what I'm gonna do next time. I want to get that one done and get it sold because I don't really want to keep it. But I have more of these story orders to do, and this one looks like it'll be interesting. Repair or replace body parts. I wonder what all that one's gonna need, but we'll see. Look, there's the DLC GTR. I'm not going to do that one though. It's going to disappear here in a minute anyway. And none of these have any bonuses. I always look for this, bonus money or bonus XP. I always look for those, and none of these have any bonuses on them. So, I've rambled on long enough. So, next time we'll do something. I don't know what yet, but we'll figure it out. So if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you again here for our next, whatever it is we're doing here. So on that note, bye for now.